buy or lease from...
Colonel Klink with your Eye in the Sky radio traffic report. Commuters, look out! A fire outage is wreaking havoc on most of your outbound routes. Traffic lights are down from 34th Street all the way out to...
Please have 2 forms of ID and proof of birth ready. Make all checks payable to the State Department of Motor Vehicles, please. No abbreviations. Sir, is that a blue form?
Thank you for waiting. All of our operators are currently helping thousands of other customers. Do not hang up. Your call will be answered in the order it was received. Please continue to hold. Your call is so important to us. Thank you for waiting. All of our operators are currently helping thousands of
Oh, get on with it already. Jeez. I'm sorry, was that out loud? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the U.S. Robotics Theater here at Networld plus Interop. How's everybody holding up? Yes. Oh, yes, we're holding up. How many of you have been here all 2 days so far? Day in, day out, seeing all the booths, getting all the stuff you can, checking out all the information. Good. I'm glad you made it here to the U.S. Robotics booth where we're talking about getting on with it with X2 because we're impatient. We hate waiting for things, especially needless, pointless waiting. X2 is going to help you move the process along just a little bit. It's going to help you retrieve information faster online. It's going to help those remote access users and servers move things along. It'll help you get connected, get mobile, get networked, get on the LAN, get whatever you need faster, quicker, stronger, and longer with X2. If you really want to get on with it, you need X2. Powerful, powerful technology from US Robotics. Now, this technology, 56K, will take you to the places that you need to go faster than anything you've used before. So say goodbye to waiting and waiting for information to come creeping in across the web. And so long to being stuck without all the information you need just because you're not in the office. With 56K, you can really get on with it. So what do you think? Should we get on with it today? We're ready to go? Yeah. All right, you've been waiting long enough. First of all, 2 things before I get into the nitty-gritty details about X2. A, it's available today. This is technology that isn't in prototypical phase right now. This is real. It's happening. People around the world have been using it for months now. And 2, or B, or whatever, however I was numbering these, normally you don't even need a hardware upgrade for X2. Now that means that you're saving, obviously, time with X2, but primarily money as well, because X2 is based on digital signal processors. You can simply download the software upgrade. And that's the way it should be, don't you think? That's easy and convenient and lovely. Now, on to the guts of this X2 beast. First of all, many of you already know that anything faster than 28.8, roughly, over an analog line is impossible. You've got to have a digital connection to go faster. ISDN, a T1 connection, something like that. Well, our brainy engineers at US Robotics came up with a brilliant idea. Why not take out as much of the analog as possible from the connection? I don't know what they were thinking, but this is what they thought. They went looking for extra analog, and they found some at the analog to digital converter, or the ADC as it's called. They figured if they removed the ADC, somehow they could double the downstream speed of analog connections. And that's how they broke the 28.8 speed limit. They took out the ADC, and X2 was born. Sounds easy, right? Everybody following me there? Is that clear? Clear as mud? Oh, good. You know, US Robotics is the only one with this technology widely installed today, which means you can use it right now. It's available. If you've got X2 at both ends of your connection, you can get all your web pages, your email, your images and transfers, whatever, all faster, twice as fast as you could before. Now, let's talk about that very quickly. Where can you benefit from X2? How's that going to work? Well, if I'm just at home, what if I'm at work? What if I'm on the road with my laptop? Where? And who gets to benefit from X2? Just the IT guys and the big corporations that have all the money to spend? What about ISPs? What about remote servers? How about the casual internet surfer who just wants to find out if the Jazz beat LA last night? And indeed they did. And it wasn't a foul. But anyway, you all can benefit from X2 no matter where you are, because X2 does one thing, and it does it really good. It gets rid or takes out the waiting. Is that okay with you, sir?
Fine.
Absolutely. You're darn right. In fact, Let's get you the official US Robotics lovely t-shirt right there just for helping us. And then check this out.
Web America Networks is located in Dallas, Texas, and we're the first internet provider to provide 100% 56K solutions to the entire 48 continental states. The internet today is certainly changing. It's not what it was 18, 24 months ago. At that time, ISPs were using the same kind of technology to provide access as consumers were using. Right now today, the internet is moving from a novelty phase and it's moving more towards a telecommunications service. It's really important to have a central office grade solution. When we looked at an architecture that was going to be future safe, we looked at US Robotics Total Control Chassis. The fact that there's a software upgrade capability nullifies any questions or concerns that we would have about standards and where they may go or may not go with the 56K product. To perform the X2 upgrade, we basically spent about 30 minutes on each of our total control chassis from US Robotics. We use the US Robotics network management tools to assist us in doing this on a remote basis. We went from 33.6 to 56K on a nationwide capability in about 3 days. All in all, our customers are extremely excited about the faster internet access. Perfect day at Web America is the phones ring all day with customers looking for X2 solutions.
Be a pretty good day for us too. How many internet service providers do we have here? Or those who play one on TV? Anybody work for an ISP? How you doing? Thanks for passing by. Appreciate it. One man. How many of you here work in IT or IS for large corporate? All right. Well, see, that's, you're kind of the basic demographic of the show here today. Now, how many of you who have raised your hands think that you could benefit from having downloads twice the speed that you're used to having them? It's a dumb question. Keep your arms down. Sorry. You're all tired, and it's like, do I have to raise my arm for a dumb question? Of course, I want faster downloads. Everybody does. Well, let's talk very quickly about how X2 can benefit you guys. First of all, I want to talk primarily about those internet service providers. Total Control Enterprise Network Hub, Modem Pool iModem, the Net Server iModem. These are X2-enabled products that go in at your end, from which you may provide your subscribers or users with faster access at their end, faster speed, faster downloads. That's a service to them, obviously. They get everything they need online faster than they could before. Now, with a faster connection, you're now able to provide them with more services, everything from online versions of Duke Nukem to telephony over the internet, whatever, all possible with X2. Now, by the way, again, this is current. And when you've got a better connection, a faster speed, and more services, you're better equipped than your competitors. That means you've got an advantage over them, at least until they're smart enough to get on with X2. But the big question nowadays, especially if you're in charge of a budget, how much money do I got to shell out to get the equipment for this competitive advantage? What do you think? Thousands of dollars worth? Hundreds of thousands of dollars in some cases, maybe? No, absolutely not. If you've got X2 compatible products already in place, you're talking about a simple software upgrade. No new hardware necessary. No wonder over 500 internet service providers already are supporting X2 technology. And now all you guys that have raised your hands that are IT folks, don't you think your corporations could benefit from something like X2? You could really benefit from having these solutions at both ends of your connection. On the server side of the coin, all the same products I just talked about a second ago for the internet providers. And on the receiving end, we've got the desktop and the mobile modems necessary to make that connection complete. The Sportster, the Courier, the Megahertz PC card modems. So if you've got that connection X2 enabled at both ends of the coin there, or the equation, you have a serious advantage for your corporation. What kind of advantage? What exactly does that mean? Well, if you're a telecommuter or a road warrior, you're out on the road most of the year. You probably get sick and tired of wasting half your day waiting for files to download off your company network. Well, think about dramatically increasing that speed that you're connecting to your company's network. You can do that with X2, and if you're spending less time out there waiting for files, you can actually get to work. Get something done while you're out on the back nine or whatever, You can work on that presentation you're giving tomorrow morning, before tomorrow morning. And how'd you like to make access to groupware quicker and easier? It always seems like all of your dial-in lines are constantly filled with people trying to get to their groupware. Well, since X2 effectively doubles your speed capability, now you're talking about less traffic jams, or traffic jams completely eliminated as far as dial-in access, which of course would be the same thing for telecommuters trying to access corporate databases. Now they can get all that database info, large image files included, downloaded quickly. It's very cool. A great way that X2 can also help your company is in accessing the internet or your company-wide intranet. Very simple, pointing, clicking, bing, bang, boom. You're online faster than you ever were before. And using the Edge server, which they just handed me this, just won its 5th award. Here, for this one's from Intranet Magazine. The Edge server will allow you to to manage access by your users to sensitive data, things that are proprietary or secret or whatever, executive salaries, your Christmas bonus, whatever, some of those data entry workers, they get a crisp $50 bill for their Christmas bonus, and you're like, yeah, I got pings. But anyway, maybe you don't want to know about that. It's great stuff with the Edge server. But the best part about all this, and I've told you this before, hey, with most US Robotics products, you can get all the advantages of X2 with no new hardware. Just load some software and shazam, instant X2. And we have the solutions you need at both ends of that connection. So if you're a corporate guy working in IT or you work for an ISP, get on with it. Get on with X2. Now, who haven't we talked about before we finish up here? We've covered corporate ISPs, etc. Small businesses. Who here works in a smaller office, the kind where you undo your phone cord to plug it into your computer to get an internet connection? Something maybe not quite that small. Okay, a couple of you. Okay. How many of you just use the internet at home for personal use? Or at work for personal use? Hands go down. Not me, I don't know. You've got your computer, facing away from the door in case someone comes in. How you doing? And you minimize quickly whatever it is you're doing. Anyway, I don't mean to pry. Hey, that's your business. You want to steal from your company? Anyway, how do you think X2 could benefit small businesses? This is a great video. Check this out.
My name is Dave Jackson. I'm a financial planner. I use my computer for accessing the internet, fax, voicemail. It'll even answer my telephone for me. I need to be able to pull information on demand. Clients' accounts, current market information. I'm using a US Robotics Pulitzer Voice 33.6 with X2 technology. The X2 means speed. I can download twice as fast. There isn't a lot of financial planners that are willing to come out here.
What do you think about municipal bonds, Dave?
Oh, Tim, you don't need tax-free income.
Speed means more efficiency, better service to my client. I have a laptop with US Robotics Megahertz 33.6 with an X-Jack and X2. These guys can't hang around too long when I'm downloading.
Danny's probably right. At your age, executives probably ought to be long-term growth.
Hey, there's not a whole lot of consultants willing to tap this market.
Is this a Pentium?
Yeah, it's Pentium.
What megahertz?
166.
Ooh.
I get the same X2 speed on the road as I get in the office. Hey, I'll take clients wherever I can find them.
Yes, clearly. So, if you're a small business owner or simply a private internet user, and I don't mean private like you guys, private. I just mean, if you're just simply using the internet, you don't have a whole division dedicated to getting you access to the information that you need. Doesn't mean you need it any less, or that it's okay if you get that information slowly. You want high-speed downloads too, just like the big companies. And fortunately, X2 gives you those high-speed downloads. And it's easy to hook up as any analog modem. Everybody can do that, right? You don't need a degree in ISDN configuration to make your X2 modem work. You don't have to work out a special expensive line deal with the telephone company. We're just talking blue-collar, hard-working man, regular kind of analog phone line, Brooks and Dunn type finger dirt nails thing going on. You know what I'm saying? I've lost you. It's late in the day. I'm giddy. So if you're a small business guy, you can look large. You can have everything you need. Your internet connection fully in place. Everything is very fast. You can accept email, like 2.5, 3 megabyte files. Ooh, wow, that's tough. You're not going to be waiting all day to get back on your computer. Plus, you can be a road warrior, just like those big guys in the big companies. Take your laptop out on the road with X2. Your little office doesn't shut down. It doesn't even slow down. So, if you work in a small office or you're just a personal user, get on with it. Get on with X2. So we all in agreement? We're tired of waiting for things, aren't we? You're waiting for me to get to a point, I'm thinking. You're tired of waiting for the 77-year-old blue hair hunched behind the wheel of her 56 Chev in the fast lane. You're sick of 8 people writing checks and the cash-only line at the A&P. You're tired of waiting for the last drop of ketchup, whatever Carly Simon anticipation, I don't know. Internet pages, email, web downloads, blah, blah, blah. Waiting. Let me ask you a quick question. What do you think is going to eliminate at least some of the waiting in your life?
X2.
Nice. Good call. Good prize. Congratulations to the gentleman there. Who do you think can provide you with this hot new technology?
U.S. Robotics.
U.S. Robotics right there. She tried to dissuade you from saying U.S. Robotics. She said X2, X2. I like that. Cheating. Very nice. So what are you waiting for? If you really want to get on with it, you need... Now, you already won something, absolutely. Congratulations. Those of you know, X2 can benefit everybody, everywhere. All of the... Kevin, stay with me. As of yet, U.S. robotics engineers have not devised a way to install X2 on human beings. They haven't found an orifice large enough to... Okay, sorry, it's late. Okay, sorry, just kidding. Home, branch office, small business, everyone everywhere can benefit from X2. So all of you, get on with it. Take the time, find out about X2 and how you can get on with it. Now, that's typically the end of the show, but I have 90 seconds. I need to tell you about the Palm Pilot. How many of you have one or have seen them before? Yeah? We have two new versions, the Palm Pilot Professional and the Palm Pilot Personal, with a couple little upgrades. Backlit screens, easier visibility. Also something called Network Hot Sync. This means you can take your Palm Pilot, load it in the docking station, and it'll go out on your corporate network, find your desktop computer, and update all the email and calendaring that you want onto your Palm Pilot. And you can do that from anywhere in the world on your network, whether it's a multinational WAN, a single office LAN, or whatever. But if you're not near a network connection, how do you do it? Very simply put, just like you dial out on your laptop, PPP, whatever, to access your internet or your corporate network. Same thing with the Palm Pilot. You use the Palm Pilot modem, a handsome, tiny little modem that plugs into the bottom of your Palm Pilot. You look for an analog phone line, or you wait in line for everybody waiting to get done with the payphones. Plug in, check your email, and you're there. It's that simple. It's small, but it's powerful, and there's a lot more features I don't have time to tell you about. But if you step around the other side of our booth here, you can find out for yourself, take a look at a demo, and check out the Palm Pilot. Plus, there's a whole bunch of other products I don't have the breath nor the time to tell you about on this stage. But we do have live demos going on, and you can also see those. If you'd like to see X2 live, play with it for yourself, you can do that right here. We've got both of these machines on the internet. I think they're connected at about 47K or so. So come take a look. Or you can attend an X2 seminar going on right now over in room N118. That's Nancy 118, November. All right, Mr. Military. Over there in those back halls. One more thing. You guys just don't want to leave. What else can I do for you today? How about some card tricks, huh? Take one of those red buttons, attach it to your shirt, whatever you're wearing. And if our spy on the fly out there on the showroom floor happens to see you wearing one of those, they've been giving away free Palm Pilots and X2 modems just for wearing that red badge of courage, quite frankly. So take the time to put that on. If you have any more questions, there's U.S. Robotics individuals in the blue shirts all around the booth, and you can win your own t-shirt if you didn't get one. Just ask right back here. In fact, she's stamping cards right there just for seeing this presentation. Thank you very much. Get on with it. We encourage you to stand up and actually leave the theater now. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Oh, is there one t-shirt left? Oh. Didn't you get one? Uh-oh. There's one.